I've made 7 figures online in my business with digital products, and in this video, I'm going to show you step by step what I would do if I had to start over again from scratch. And this isn't going to be any theory because this is actually what I did. Look, this stuff doesn't just work for me. It works for all the members in my community too. I'm on a mission to make it crowded at the top. And we have people in so many different niches that do so many different things. And I'm telling you, if you follow this step by step and decide to make it works if you work it. So whether you're a lady, a gentleman, people with jobs, people without jobs, middle class, upper class, high class, all that. Cats, snakes, chickens, ducks, elderly people, and twerkers, I present to you this game plan that only take me about 5 minutes to break down. So look, the first thing that I hear from a lot of people, especially with all this noise online, is that they're thinking that they're too late. When in actuality, you're early, not late. If you didn't realize, the digital product industry is a multi-trillion, with a T, $trillion industry. So if there are literally trillions of dollars out there, you are not too late to just grab a little piece of that. You can get your thousands, you can get your 100,000s, you can get your millions out of that multi-trillion-dollar pie that's out there. So you are not too late. And the great thing also is that when people think that they're too late to get started, they think that it's too late to start. Because they're like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have that much experience, or I have some experience at that, but I don't have any experience at this. Well, look, the algorithms now favor beginners and people that really don't have that big of an audience more than ever. Because about 10 years ago, your follower count determined your reach, but now your content determines your reach, and your follower count matters less. So I prove this to you in real time because everybody's playing on an equal playing field right now. If you just look at your YouTube home screen, pay attention while you're consuming content. Right? You don't just want to be a consumer of content. You want to look at the content that you're consuming with a producer mindset. And if you're looking at everything with a producer mindset and you're thinking contentpreneur instead of content creator, you'll start to see what's really happening out there, and that everybody's playing on the same playing field, and that subscriber count doesn't matter anymore. Because on your home screen, you will see small creators that you've never heard from before getting the same real estate space on your YouTube home screen as people that have hundreds of thousands or millions of subscribers, right? The algorithm now is interest-based. Audience size doesn't matter. So they're giving the little guy the same equal opportunity to get seen as the person with the huge, grandiose audience. So the follower count doesn't matter. What reframes the playing field is that attention is now earned per post, not per follower count. And that is powerful for beginners or for people that don't have large audience sizes. So first, you have to get that limiting belief that you're putting on yourself that you can't get seen because you're a beginner, or you can't get seen because you don't have a large audience, not realizing that everybody starts as a beginner and everybody starts with no audience. Everybody starts at zero. So get that out of your head, because nowadays it doesn't matter at all. Everybody's playing on an equal playing field. Now, the first thing in order for you to actually get started and have a successful business is this. You need to be focused on one product, one problem, and nothing else. So many people want to have so many different products, and they think that that is the way to make money. Oh, if I have 15, 50, 11 digital products, then I can sell them all and I can make a whole bunch of money. No, that's the fastest way to stay broke. So what you need to be focused on is one product that solves one problem for one person, and that is it. So you don't want to have some broad course. For example, you don't want to have, if you're in the business niche, right? You don't want to have some simple make money online product. You don't want to have some how to be a better you product if you're in the self-help or personal development space, right? You don't want to have a how to lose weight product if you're in the health niche. Instead, you want to have one specific product that solves one pain with a very clear outcome. And you have to be clear on your specific outcome, because that's what people are buying. People are only buying solutions to particular painful problems that they have. So For example, if somebody was in the weight loss niche, instead of coming out with something about how to lose weight, you could have a 12-week program. And in your 12-week program on how to lose weight, typically people are going to be entirely too broad. So a 12-week program, that could be having gym workouts. They could be having home workouts or keto, calorie tracking, meal plans, mindset, accountability. It solves everything. And when you're attempting to solve everything, it solves absolutely nothing clearly. So that's entirely too broad. Where you'd want to go is that you don't want to go so wide. You want to go really deep. That's what she said. But a flip side on that, where somebody in the health niche could actually make some money with the specific targeted digital product for a specific person with a painful problem, is this. Your specific version would be this: how to lose your first 10 pounds at home without the gym using only resistance bands. You see the difference in that? You see how somebody would be able to know that that is for them instead of a 12-week fitness program? So for one, they know who it is, right? It's for beginners because it's to lose your first 10 pounds. So you know it's for beginners. What is it? You know the what is the 10 pounds. Where? It's at home. What's the constraint? There's no gym. What is the tool? Resistance bands. You see, that's one product with one problem, and that's positioning. And the power in building a successful online business, it all comes down to positioning. And people aren't clear in their positioning. Therefore, they don't know how to properly communicate to the marketplace what it is that they have to offer. And since they don't know how to properly communicate it to the marketplace and make specific content for a specific person about it, then their content never lands in front of that specific person towards they can get educated about what it is that they need to be educated about and make an educated decision to change their life. So most people, they think that they need to pick a niche and then they need to find a problem or a product for that niche. Most people, they're not thinking problem at all. But in actuality, here's how it goes. First, you start with your niche. Then you think of your avatar. You have to take it a level deeper. So a niche is entirely too broad, right? This is a niche, and there's so many people within this niche. Just imagine all these dots are just people. But when you have an avatar, somebody that you're actually focused on serving, this one individual, well, now you can actually target this one person, and you'll be shocked to find out how many more people fits the avatar profile that you're targeting. And that's how you actually do start to build an audience. You don't build an audience by trying to get everybody. Typically, you don't get in front of everybody, but you start to build an audience by getting in front of somebody. And then you start to get in front of more of the bodies, right? So most people, they just think niche and product, towards they need to be thinking niche, then avatar, then specific problem. You don't think of the product yet. You think of what the problem is that you can solve. All that your digital product is going to be is a vehicle to deliver your solution. All that people want to do is go from where they are right now to where they want to be. Your digital product is simply the vehicle to take them there. So you're still not thinking product yet. You're thinking specific problem. And now from there, you think, what is the specific solution for that specific problem? And then you start to think about what is going to be the vehicle to deliver that. So the digital product, it needs to come last in the thought process. Whereas it's forward thinking to most people because they're just thinking, oh, this is my niche and this is the product. And then they go and they make some stuff that they want to make instead of what people actually need. All right. So once you understand this, you need to realize that the traffic comes first, always. People have this backwards. They'll take their time, energy, effort, money on creating a digital product, and then they think that they're supposed to make money because they created it. They have the, if they build it, they will come. No, if you build it, they won't come. You have to tell people to come, right? So traffic is the key mechanism that like 99% of people are struggling with. But instead of focusing on their traffic, they focus on making another product. They focus on tweaking their landing page. They focus on tweaking the sales copy on the landing page. They focus on changing up their email sequence. But none of that stuff matters if you don't have the traffic flowing to get it in front of people. So how most people think is that they're like, oh, I'll post when I feel inspired. Oh, let me grow first. Let me build an audience first, and then I'll sell. Oh, let me build my follower count before I launch. No. Do that. You're just playing entrepreneur. And that's hobbyist behavior. So you want to get in the contentpreneur mindset instead of content creator. And contentpreneurs, you don't post for views, you post for buyers. So the Aston CEO version of this, and if I was starting over with zero audience on YouTube, here's exactly what I would do. And this is exactly what I did not too long ago. I will post 1 to 3 long form videos per week, every week. Same day, same time. Because consistency beats randomness 10 times out of 10. And the reason why I say 1 to 3 times per week, because YouTube, and why I love YouTube so much, is because YouTube truly is a less is more platform. But so many people want to do less to get more. And so many people have the mind frame of quality over quantity, but they don't do sheer enough quantity to find out what quality is, to whereas they can actually then start to do less quality if they choose to, or choose to ramp it up and do more quality. People don't nearly do enough reps to actually get good at anything, right? And the number one skill in order to make money in anything is communication. And what better way to work on your communication skills than posting long form YouTube videos? And people buy things from people that they know, like, and trust. We're in the trust economy now. And trust is built off of people watching video after video after video for extended periods of time. And there's also been a study by Google that's saying that most people have to consume about 7 hours worth of content before they make a purchasing decision. Well, if you're thinking about Instagram or TikTok or something like that, that's a lot of TikTokies and Instagrammies that they have to watch. To whereas if you have a catalog of YouTube content, they could get this done in a couple days, in a weekend, once you get the binge and buy effect happening, right? And that's right there is when people actually start to make some real money off the back of their content by using YouTube as a sales machine and a marketing engine, right? But here's how I would structure this, and this is how I did structure this, and this is how people that I help with this structure this. You don't want to just be talking about random topics. No, you're not going to be talking about what you feel like talking about. The worst business decision is what you feel like. You need to be thinking more strategic. So for one, if you're focused on 1 to 3 YouTube videos per week, I say bare minimum 1 video per week. That's a great starting point, right? But what you want to do, you want to mix in between these posts. You want to have one buyer intent video. So this may be a search-based video that actually solves a problem. And if you think about it, YouTube, not only is it a streaming platform, because it's the biggest streaming platform, period. It's bigger than Netflix. It's bigger than Hulu. It's bigger than Amazon Prime, HBO Max, all this stuff. YouTube's the biggest streaming platform in the world. And Netflix is trying to compete. That's why they made that deal with iHeartMedia. I don't know if you're paying attention to what's happening in the creator space, but iHeartMedia, this big media conglomerate, made this deal with Netflix, and they took all of iHeart's podcasts and they're exclusive to Netflix now. So a lot of people's favorite podcasts are no longer on YouTube, like Netflix is trying to compete with YouTube. YouTube's the biggest. And secondly, YouTube is the second biggest search engine on the planet because Google, the biggest search engine, owns YouTube. So think, that search bar on YouTube, you use it quite frequently, don't you? And have you ever searched on Google and YouTube videos pop up? So if you focus in on a particular person, your avatar, and you actually know what it is that they're searching for, you can make that content to where when they search for it, you'll pop up in the results, right? So an example of this would be this formula here. How to blank with or without blank, right? How to do whatever it is that you talk about with or without whatever their limiting belief is. This is a combination that I've just found to work time and time again for myself, but not only me, but for so many people in my community in so many different niches as well. And the reason why this works is because this attracts people who are actively looking for the solution. So I'll give you an example. Let's say that somebody is in the health niche, right? Somebody could say, how to lose 10 pounds without working out. Well, who is that going to attract? The person that doesn't want to work out, or the person that may not want to, that may not have time to go to the gym. So I could take it a level deeper. How to lose 10 pounds at home without a gym, right? That fits the how to lose 10 pounds at home without a gym. Well, this will be the person that wants to lose a little bit of weight without a gym at home. Right? That's something specific. If it's somebody like myself who's in the business niche, right? Online business niche, I might say how to sell digital products without a large audience. Who is that going to attract? Somebody that wants to make money online in their business and that might be a little in the starter or the beginning stages of stuff because they have a limiting belief that they need to have a large audience. You see, you're targeting people who are actively looking for the solution to the problem that they believe that they have. So you can simply just make that content so you can pop up on YouTube when they're searching for these things on a daily basis. Now, secondly, you want to have one authority video. Now, authority videos, these are belief shifting videos. These are videos that showcase your philosophy. These are videos that show that your thinking is different than the norm within your industry. And these authority videos are how you can really cut through and stand out and stick out like a sore thumb, especially if you have contrarian opinions than others. So an example of this would be this formula. And like I said, these formulas, they work in so many different niches. Why most blank will never blank. This right here, it builds positioning. So if it's somebody like myself in the business niche, I could say something like, why most creators will never make $10,000 a month. Why most creators will never sell digital products. Why most creators will never build a passive community, right? Now, those are just examples of that I'm just freestyling off the top of my head of stuff within my niche, but these formulas, they work for anything. Let's say that I'm somebody that is in the personal development or manifestation niche. I could say, why most people will never manifest their goals. Or I can even take it deeper. Let's say that I'm only looking to target women. I can say why most women will never manifest love. Who do you think that that's going to attract? The manifestation girlies that are, getting their chakras together and rubbing stones together and listening to Janae Aiko that want to find love, right? But videos like this that shows your authority, and especially that shows your philosophy and something that can really have somebody have a paradigm shift. A lot of these are what I like to call mindset videos. And a lot of people, they don't realize that they actually have a mindset problem anyways. Mindset's more important than skill set. Most people are always thinking that they need something tactical when they really just need a paradigm shift. They need stuff to get shook around up here. This is where you do this in these authority videos. You share your philosophy, right? This builds positioning. And then you want to have one conversion video. This is a direct path to your offer. So another example, how I blank with or without blank. This bridges to your product naturally, right? And something that most people are doing within their content is that they're selling entirely too much. And here's the thing that you need to realize. People hate the feeling of being sold to. But when I say that people hate the feeling of being sold to, most people think that people hate to be sold to, when that's not the case at all. People actually love to be sold to. People buy stuff each and every single day, including you and me. We buy stuff every day. Tomorrow, like I do every Sunday, I go to my favorite little bakery and I get a little small personal 3-inch strawberry cheesecake. I can't wait to eat that cheesecake tomorrow. Get them once a week, same day, same time, every week. But I don't hate when I buy it. I actually feel good when I buy it. Why? Because it didn't feel like somebody sold it to me. It feels like I just bought it because I wanted it. And that right there is the key on why most creators out there can't ever actually monetize their products and their offers. They're selly. Oh, buy my stuff, buy my ebook. It got 47 pages. Hey, buy my course. It got 27 modules and it's 4 hours and it's this and that and you get this and this and this. Buy my stuff. Then you just come across like the janky car salesman or something. People be like, ew. Or you come across like that little annoying person in the middle of the mall at the mall kiosk. You ever seen that person? No, you walk past them 100% of the time. Why do you do that? Because you're annoyed at being sold some stuff. No, you don't want to buy whatever shoe cleaner they have, so you're walking around with one dirty shoe and one clean shoe. No, you don't want them to spray whatever cologne or perfume or scent on you because you already got your scent on for the day. You don't want to mix those scents, right? You're annoyed. That's how most people are coming across in their content. So whereas if you make a conversion video and you talk about how you did whatever with or without whatever, and you make your offer the logical, direct next path or the logical next step to get whatever it is that they actually desire, then people will want to buy your stuff. And they'll feel good about it because they know that they're purchasing something that will help them with something that they actually need help with. So always think this is going to be something that will just bridge the gap to your product naturally. And you want to position your offer as the logical best next step. So for example, let's just say that somebody said, how I lost 20 pounds without working out. That sounds like a nice little video. How I lost 20 pounds without working out. And then within that, you could talk about your meal plan that you created, to whereas if you just simply change your diet, then the pounds will just fall off naturally. And then the logical next step would be a call to action to get this actual meal plan that you worked out that you have as an online offer, right? Or it could be how I got abs without doing crunches. How did you get abs without doing crunches? Then you could talk about, educate people about whatever it is that you do within the health niche, and then have the logical next step to be whatever it is that you have to offer, whether that be a freebie to build your email list or whether that be a direct call to action to some type of offer. This stuff is a lot more simple than people make it. And the simple stuff scales, the fancy stuff, it fails. So if you can just get clear on that, and clarity and positioning is really the key to everything. And the reason why the combination of these three work, a buyer intent video, an authority video, and a conversion video, is because on YouTube, search plus suggested equals traffic. So remember, I said it's the second biggest search engine, and it's the biggest streaming platform, period. That's actual traffic on YouTube, and YouTube doesn't reward frequency alone. It rewards watch time, retention, topic relevance, and viewer strategy. So one strong YouTube video can drive traffic for literal years. And that is a true digital asset, not just rented social media traffic. So look, if you didn't understand how YouTube works, and this is how YouTube's algorithm works. If you're only focused on creating content for your avatar and them only, then you make the content only for your avatar. Then YouTube's algorithm starts to categorize your content. Then you start to become an authority within the space. Then once YouTube knows who your content is for, they know where to place your content. So they start to use its organic traffic sources, which will be the home screen, which will be the suggested bar, which will be external traffic. For one, external traffic from Google, and then for two, external traffic from people sharing your content. That little arrow at the bottom of YouTube videos, people will hit that when they're actually getting true value, and then they'll share your content to others, which is another organic source of traffic, which will get in front of more people that fit your avatar's profile. So then once you have your actual digital product or your offer, you lead these people to there from your traffic. Now here's where you actually get the money. Then here, people get their transformation or their result. We're in the transformation business, not the digital product business. We're not in the information business, we're in the transformation. That transformation is simply just a result. Then these people become evangelists for you. An evangelist is just an ambassador. It's human nature. When we get a good result, we just by nature go and tell other people. That's something that also happens if you focus on making good content and actually caring about people and actually helping people and actually delivering true value to people instead of thinking how you can make some money. And most people that are just out here trying to make money don't realize that if they put the people first, the money will follow, because people can see that they're actually coming up with something that can actually help them. You get this evangelistic effect here, like I said, when people start to share your content. But people become ambassadors for you and whatnot. Then you start to get those testimonials. Then you start to get those comments, emails. Just had a comment in my YouTube that I just checked right before I got off of here about somebody talking about like how I've changed their life and stuff like that. You start to get stuff like that happening. And these here are flywheels, to whereas it may take some initial energy and effort to get going, but once it gets spinning, the flywheel, what I like to call the system, it just works on itself. And then the great thing about YouTube also is that it compounds over time. That's why if you look at your favorite creators' videos, typically their most viewed videos is something that they did a little while ago, even years ago. And typically those videos are still on a monthly basis the ones getting the most views. YouTube is the only platform that is designed for long-term, evergreen viewership. Social media content is pretty much here today, gone today. Or if it's something good that actually does get some traction, it's gone in 24 to 48, at best 72 hours. But YouTube, one good video could be ranking in results for literal years to come, right? But YouTube, the metric that you track is not going to be subscribers. Most people care about their subscriber count. That doesn't matter, especially if you're thinking like a contentpreneur. You don't need the biggest audience. You need the right targeted audience. Most people are tracking their impressions. If you're not familiar with what an impression is, it's simply just an eyeball, right? And what really most people are worried about is views. But like I said, all views are not created equal. You don't want to get all the views. You want to get the right views. And typically a lot of content that gets the most views is very broad topics. That's why people can't ever monetize. I literally just shared a video that I came across with my community the day before yesterday about this creator talking about how at 39 years old and 10 years as a content creator or something like that, she is updating her resume because she needs a job, because she has like 500 or 600,000 YouTube subscribers, hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram and TikTok alone, and like 15 or 16,000 followers on X. In total, She has like 1.9, almost 2, or 1.7, I believe, almost 2 million followers across all platforms. 600,000 here, couple 100,000 here, couple 100,000 here, 16,000 on Twitter. And it's because she was tracking and making content for vanity metrics, which don't actually pay. She was wanting to get followers, subscribers, view counts. But that's not the stuff that makes the money. And the only way to make money from that is from people that actually have a business and an offer, hopefully paying you to promote their products and not your own. But the things that we track as contentpreneurs are going to be link clicks, are going to be checkout page views, are going to be sales page views, are going to be sales per video. Because views don't pay you, conversions do. So what I would not do is just post daily just to post. This is what most people are doing. They're just posting just to get something up, and they have absolutely no strategy behind it. And they're just throwing whatever that they can at a wall and hoping that something sticks. And then the only measure that they're tracking to think that it works is, did it get views? That doesn't matter if you don't know why you're getting the views, or if you don't know where you're sending the views. I would not chase trends outside of my niche. Everybody sees something that has happened that's happening typically for some creator that has a far more audience than you, that has different reasons for what they're doing than what it is that you're doing. And then you try to go and emulate that. No, it's not going to work. And I wouldn't build a channel with no offer, and I would not wait until I grow an audience to start selling. I'm very confident in my audience growing abilities. Like I said, I quit social media in 2023. At the time, I had 120 something thousand Instagram followers and maybe like 15,000 TikTok followers. I was like, man, I need to take YouTube seriously, because I started to see how important it is for evergreen growth and actual brand awareness. I'm like, yo, that's the actual platform. And I gave myself nowhere else to go but YouTube. I made a decision. I drew a line in the sand, and I was like, yo, I wanted to die behind this decision. Like, I gotta figure out a way to make YouTube work, or else I'm not gonna eat. Everybody else, oh, this audience that you built over here, what's the point of it? It's just vanity metrics. So I say that to say I wouldn't wait to grow until I sell. I would sell as I grow. And then if you're thinking about a platform like YouTube, those earlier videos that you post, as you do start to build your audience, they're going to go back and look at that old stuff. So why not just have an offer sitting there for them, even if it's just something that you're giving away for free to build your email list? Just last week, my first video ever, somebody commented on like, yo, gotta go back to day one, see how bro started, right? People will start to comment those same things to you on those earlier videos that you post that you feel may not be getting any engagement right now, that will later. So always think later. Don't always think in the now. But what I would do is this. I will focus on one niche. I would focus on only one problem. I will make videos around that one problem, and then I would just offer my offer naturally as a logical next step. And then I will repeat this for the next 6 to 12 months. In actuality, I will repeat this for probably the next 24 to 48 to 72 months in actuality. Like, I just know most people don't have the stick-to-itiveness to stick to anything to actually get results. But bare minimum, I will repeat this for 6 to 12 months and then assess the data. So many people don't even have enough data to actually process and look at stuff to actually see what's working, what's not working. Why did this work? Why didn't that work? Why did this outperform that? Okay, I see a pattern right here. Let's go ahead and switch this stuff up. Most people just quit far too soon before they ever see any success. And typically the main separator between you and somebody else that has something that you want is that they've just been doing it or stuck with it longer than you did. That's really the main separator out here. But on YouTube, volume can help, but volume can help you find consistency, because consistent clarity, it compounds. And that's the key right there. YouTube, it's really not a frequency platform. Like, I know when I was working social media, it was exhausting. I was posting 3 to 5 times per day. Then I was posting 5 posts that I called infomercials overnight. Then by 6 a.m. I was deleting the infomercials and then posting another 3 to 5 times that day. Then I was posting on stories. Then I was going live. Then I started to experiment with ads on top of all this stuff. And then with the ads, you have to make more content than you do for the social media, because you have to constantly be testing creatives, because creatives on ads burn out so fast. And then with each ad, I'm shooting 15 to 20 hooks for that ad, and then 3 to 5 pieces of body for that ad, and then 2 to 4 calls of actions at the end of that ad, and putting them all together, mixing them up and testing. It was exhausting. Versus YouTube, you can really just sit down, talk for about 5 minutes, like I do, once per week. Like, it's not a frequency platform, it's a consistency platform. But typically, it will take some volume and frequency for you to find the data points for you to actually figure out what can work for you. That's why I really highly recommend 1 to 3 YouTube videos per week. Because if you do 1 YouTube video per week, where most of your competitors are just posting stuff when they feel inspired, you're gonna beat them by a mile. Now imagine if you do 2 YouTube videos per week. Now imagine if you are able to do 3 per week and somebody else is doing 1. You're learning 3 times faster than they are, to whereas you can actually find what works for you, to whereas if you decide to, you can scale back to that 1, and your 1 video per week is going to be doing more production than them, because you have 3 times the speed ahead of them, because you shortened the learning curve. All right, now the big difference between a platform like IG and TikTok and YouTube is that Instagram and TikTok, it's print traffic, but YouTube is asset traffic. You're literally building a digital asset. All right, so really, I like to call it digital real estate. So just from my content alone, I get paid more than owning a few rental houses in actual cash flow per month, and I don't even have the biggest YouTube channel yet. That's a digital asset. And getting AdSense money from content, that's not the goal, but it is nice to get a little cherry on top, get a little extra income. But as that's compounding over time, it's also helping me build my brand awareness. It's also helping me build my impact. It's also helping me build my influence. It's also helping me build my income on the back end as well. So it's a true digital asset that's performing over time, rather an Instagram or a TikTok that's just sprint traffic right now to just see how many views can I get real quick, and then how many views, and then how many views, instead of something that's literally working for you every day, every week, every month, every year, right? Videos that you did years ago will still be getting consistent viewership years later. It's insane. And also, Instagram, TikTok posts, they disappear, where YouTube videos stack. So that's why I said we have to think like a contentpreneur looking to build income and not just attention. And YouTube is the smarter long-term play, because you're actually building a catalog of assets instead of building a page of content. So look, I briefly mentioned this earlier, but you want to measure your sales and your checkout page, not views and likes. And this is a huge, strong business insight that most people just aren't doing anyway. So I'll just give you an example. Let's say, for example, the KPI that you're checking, to whereas all these other creators are just looking at how many likes and comments that they got, when that stuff doesn't matter on YouTube. Literally, the only thing that matters on YouTube is click-through rate, which is the percentage of people that click your video, and average view duration. That's the only thing that matters. Likes, comments, all that type of stuff, it doesn't matter at all. But let's say that you're tracking your KPIs, and KPI stands for key performance indicators, right? And say that the KPI that we're looking for here is going to be checkout page views per day. That's the real KPI, not how many views did this video get today? How many views did my sales page get today? And from that sales page, how many people converted from that sales page? Or if you're giving away a lead magnet to build your email list, how many people that saw that opt-in page converted from that opt-in? And then from the people that converted to the opt-in to build your email list, what percentage of those people converted from the emails? Right? Those are the metrics that you need to be tracking, not the metrics that most content creators are tracking, like followers, views, and likes. That stuff doesn't matter. Here at the screen at the top, we check our checkout page traffic, or our sales page traffic, or our opt-in page traffic. So this is a conversion mindset, and this is a contentpreneur mindset. You track what makes money, not what makes noise. And I know that it can be really, really distracting out there, because all these people are thinking that we're in this creator economy, and they're just looking at all the vanity metrics, when the vanity metrics aren't the things that matter. Especially just to get to a $30,000 per month base. Depending on what your offer is, you could only need 300 people per month. Could you not get 300 people to buy something for $100? That is doable. It doesn't take all these huge audiences to do that. You don't need to go viral to do that. But you need to be focused on the right people and making the right content for the right people and tracking the right metrics. So, look, I'm a fan of volume. And I'm always going to tell you that volume beats perfection every day. Why? Because you get in the rhythm. And volume, it's easier than you think. Because once you get in the habit of something, the repetition, it starts to compound. And your repetition, it compounds your reach. You start to get in front of more people. But I'm not saying volume for this reason of just getting in front of more people. I'm a fan of volume for you working on your craft. If this is what you claim you want to do, why do you not want to work on getting better at it in mass quantity every single day? That's like somebody saying that they want to be a great basketball player, and then they only go and play basketball once every other month, and they think that they're going to make it to the NBA. Like, no. Those guys, I know, just for me to get to Division I college level, it took me going and making, not just shooting, making 1,000 shots a day. That's volume. One summer, I couldn't shoot, came back, I could shoot, and I could shoot at a college level. Everybody's like, oh man, how did he do it? Man, I want to do what he did, man. How you just able to shoot? Oh, it was like it happened overnight. They didn't see me going to the gym Monday through Saturday and making 1,000 shots per day, every day, for an entire summer. I know old Kanye, I don't know what you feel about him, but I like the old Kanye. I can't remember the lyric exactly off the top of my head, but Kanye said, what you know about something in the shot making 5 beats a day for 3 summers? It's a different word, like 3 summers. I deserve to do these numbers. He said he made 5 beats a day every day for 3 summers. Who you think's going every 3 months? Like, volume helps you craft your skill. So I'm not saying that you have to stay doing a lot of volume for extended periods of time, because burnout is a real thing. And I'm all for creating what I like to call peaceful, passionate, purpose-filled businesses. That was my main motto for last year. That's what I went into the year with. Each year, I don't set New Year's resolutions, but I do set these phrases or these these targets on a lifestyle that I want to live. Last year, it was peaceful, purposeful, passionate profits. This year, it's do less better. But you can't get to a point where you can do less better until you've done enough to figure out what is better. So you can double down on the better and do less of everything else and more of the better. That's how you actually do less things better. But algorithm exposure plus repetition plus call to action automation, that equals the money, right? Now, the main thing that you need to understand, I said this starting off the videos, that mindset is more important than skill set. And mindset is going to be the multiplier. So you have to really believe that dollars flow to you easily. You have to really believe that this stuff is going to work. Because if you don't, I'm telling you, it's not going to work. That's how the brain works. That's how the subconscious mind works. The subconscious mind is running everything. But the great thing, and really the great thing, when you really understand this about the brain, the subconscious mind, it has no reasoning ability and it believes what you tell it, but most people are always telling it the wrong stuff. So think about it. The only reason that humans, period, do anything that they do on a day-to-day basis is because they believe that they can do it. Simple as that. You have to have so much belief in what you're doing is going to work. You have to have as much belief in it working for you as you have belief in the remote control working when you pick it up and hit the power button to press to cut the TV on. Think about that. If you did not believe that the TV would cut on when you hit power, then you would never even pick up the remote. You'd be like, what's the point? Remote don't work. It ain't gonna cut on the TV. That's how it is with our goals. That's how it is with our dreams. That's how it is with our business aspirations and growing these successful online businesses and making this money online and whatnot. It's that same thing. If you don't believe that it's going to work, your subconscious mind is going to be like, no, why even make the content? Why even create the product? It ain't going to work. And then you're going to find every single reason and excuse to not do it. You're going to keep on putting stuff off. You're going to keep on procrastinating. You're going to keep on learning when most of that learning is just procrastination in disguise. You're going to find every other reason. I'm not ready yet. Oh, I need to watch another video. Oh, next week. Yeah, it's the 15th today. So on the first I'm doing. Then you're going to come up with some other excuse. It's because you don't believe it. And you can't get your subconscious brain power on board to do what your conscious mind claims that you want to do. You gotta have belief. All right? So if you don't believe it'll work for you, it simply won't. Limiting beliefs, they block execution. Belief precedes action and action precedes results. So if you don't believe that your content is going to drive customers, you won't stay consistent for it long enough for it to work for you. And I'm telling you, this stuff works if you work it, just like all them that you see on the screen right now. And if you're ready to make more working less online from stuff that you already know, go ahead and click the link down in the description and join this Credit at the Top community. And I'll see you on our coaching call this Wednesday. I'm telling you, this is what I would do if I had to start over from scratch. And this is exactly what I did when I started over from scratch. And this is exactly what people in my community do, whether they have experience or starting from scratch. Like I said, it works if you work it. So go ahead and check out this video right here for 3 digital products that will always sell no matter what the market's doing, no matter what's trending, and no matter what the algorithm's doing. It's Credit at the Top.